Okay, so we're at the Nokia booth this morning, taking a little tour of it, and we came across some devices that will be coming to Canada shortly. Specifically, one right here is a 2760, I believe? 2730, so let's just see what this one's all about.
Well, just real quickly, we make sure it's very simple to start off. We're very common services, so your Nokia messaging email is right off the bat. We'll check to see if there's new email providers, and then as soon as we've got that refreshed, it's very easy to start and either get a new email address or log into any common email address that you would typically have. Similar approach with instant messaging, very similar to log into common portals, and over time as we release and work with partners, additional instant messaging portals show up here right on the phone. Very easy to log in. Your typical, your portal contacts load, familiar look and feel that you'd have with the instant messaging experience on your desktop. And let's cancel out of that real quick. Very simple here. Web, calendar, contacts, typical messaging, media, your photo gallery.
And it's got a 2 megapixel camera?
Yep, 2 megapixel camera.
Can it take video as well? Probably, right?
Most likely. Let's find out.
Yep.
As soon as we can start recording, I can't see the Okay, flipping between capture and video mode.
Yep, looks like you can take video. That's great. Yep. And the overall phone looks like it's got a nice form factor to it.
Right, nice small form factor, easily pocketable, very convenient. And mapping.
GPS in there as well. Fantastic. Okay, great. Now that's the E72 that's up next.
Yep. So the E72 is the successor to the very popular E71. Typical, very popular messaging device. Obviously, with the QWERTY keyboard, it's very popular. Here we're showing an example of I'll have multiple inboxes for my email with Nokia messaging. It's very easy to scroll through, get a preview of my messages. I have contextual menus that make it very simple for me to manage my inbox. I can search, I can sort through my inbox. I'll go through and sort through by date, and it's very easy to switch, and I can switch to different subfolders within my Hotmail account or whatever email account I'm in. I can cycle between multiple accounts. I can also go into my work email from Microsoft Exchange.
Wow.
So very simple. Now also on this phone, very similar approach with instant messaging, and we'll show similar multiple communities. Very easy to switch back and forth. There's Yahoo, Gtalk, Ovi, and notice I'm using the little optical touchpad.
Is that new compared to the previous one?
That's new to the 72. The 71, for example, had this hard press pad here.
Oh, that's nice. So it's got a like a trackpad, like an optical mouse there?
Yep, and it's very simple, easy to switch through and cycle through everything. Similar Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, maps, GPS on board, everything you would typically expect. Very significant workhorse.
What's the difference between the dimensions-wise? Can you just put them up together?
Sure.
What does it look like from the side? Wow, it's a little bit smaller, the E72.
A little bit thinner too.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep. In terms of height-wise, pretty much it's about the same.
Yep, wow, nice. Great. And what does the internet look like? Is that fully hooked up?
Yep. Just pop up my browser, and then let's to a reason to visit the pages. We'll just take a look at the Odin store. Not too congested the show right now. Well, okay, famous last words. A lot of network activity. Obviously, could switch over to Wi-Fi as well. But pretty snappy, pretty easy to navigate. And similar here, like with the Ovi store, I'd log in. It would know which device I'm on, show me applications that are compatible with my device. Make it very easy to log in.
Take a look at the keyboard here.
Oh yeah. Very similar design. Really good tactile feedback on the device. Very easy to touch type, and really high productivity messaging.
Yeah, that'll do really well in Canada.
Cool.
All right. And this is the N97.
This is the N97 Mini. The Mini is a bit smaller than the 97. It removes the dedicated navigation pad, but you have similar live widgets on the home screen. So my Nokia messaging widget shows up right here. I can jump right in and I go through and scroll through my messages. Similarly, it's very easy to switch between my accounts, and I just get my emails pushed straight to me. Similar service with social networking. Right now we're showing Facebook as our social networking partner, but additional social networking communities will be added over time. And so for instance, like right now it's Facebook, soon communities B and C would be populated with popular accounts.
Great.
And log in, and then essentially you get the full Facebook experience on your device. The updates for your network go straight to your home screen widget, and I can actually scroll through them there. Let's see if I'm actually logging in. And so I can scroll through those, pick somebody's status update, hop directly into it, comment on it, and I could also just do all the typical things you would do. Post your status, post updates, your location, photos.
Wow, and it takes up the whole screen.
Yeah.
Really renders it nicely, too.
So, and this is my personal account, so I hope nobody posted anything embarrassing.
But let me zoom out then.
That's okay. So the difference between this and livecasting as a service is very much about you publishing and constantly pushing out updates and location. Here you can do the same thing here, but here you get the round trip effect. You also get the other updates from your network. You get to view what other people have done.
That's cool.
So in general, we'll flip back across and you'll see Wi-Fi, music, OB Store, photos, media, video, full mapping application, driving directions, walking directions.
And everything in this thing.
Yep.
And the keyboard seems really, it's got a QWERTY keyboard there.
Yep.
How do you find the keyboard?
It's very easy to use, and you can obviously use it in both modes. You could go just touch only,
awesome.
And also the accelerometer rotates as you'd expect. And if you wanted to flip out and do some heavy messaging, and you just pop that guy right up, go through, enter whatever you need to.
You can do your music on here. How many gigs does it hold, do you know?
I believe it's 32 gigabytes on board.
That's huge.
And I think with maps, I believe you're able to download essentially the whole world maps into 4 gigabytes. And so the benefit there is that if you're offline, you don't lose your map connectivity. You can still navigate even if you're offline.
That's pretty cool. So what's on the home screen there? Is that...
So there's a bunch of little widgets with different shortcuts. I can customize all of these to my most used applications. And for instance, here I've got some contacts. Like I've said, okay, well I want one of my contacts to be linked on the home screen if I'm calling often. And so I can then choose, okay, if there's a picture linked to the contact, this happens to be my wife. Then I can choose how to talk to her. Which different number I'm going to use for voice, or whether it's a text message or email, video, so forth. And it's just very easy to use your most often contacted folks.
It's great. Beautiful.
So there we go.
What does the back look like before we end it?
Oh, sure, yeah. 5 megapixel camera.
It's got a car's ice rims too, flash.
Yep.
Autofocus too.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep. It's very nice in terms of size compared to some other devices. See a bunch of them there all together.
Beautiful. Well, I appreciate your time.
Sure thing. Thanks very much.
Thanks so much.